What if I told you the market is given secret signals every second, but most traders can see them? Scalpers catch these moves before anyone else. Today I show you a simple way to scalp using RSI divergence to spot hidden momentum shifts, enter trades at the perfect moment, and take quick profits. If you want fast and precise scalp entries, stay with me. The strategy will change the way you trade. So without wasting any time, let's dive in. Understanding divergence. Alright traders, look at this chart. First focus on the price line. Now look at the RSI below. Notice something? Sometimes the price moves up, but RSI moves down, or price moves down, but RSI moves up. This is called divergence. For scalping, divergence is very important. It tells us about hidden momentum shifts before the price reacts. Let me show you the two main types. First, bullish divergence. See here. Price makes lower lows, but RSI makes higher lows. This shows that selling momentum is weakening and buyers may step in soon. For example, notice this small pullback. RSI starts rising even though price keeps dropping, giving us an early signal. Second, bearish divergence. Look at this part. Price makes higher highs, but RSI makes lower highs. This tells us that buying momentum is fading and sellers could take control. For example, after a quick rally, RSI drops while price makes a new high, signaling a potential scalp opportunity. Remember, divergence is not magic. It's a clue, a warning. We always need confirmation before entering a trade, especially for scalping. Note, the topic of divergence is much deeper than this, with other aspects, different types, and many details. I have a full video covering all of this, and I put the link in the description. I highly recommend you check it out. But today, we are using the RSI Momentum Divergence Zones indicator. Let's dive in and really understand it on the chart. Adding the RSI Momentum Divergence Zones indicator. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. It really makes me happy. Alright traders, now let's add the RSI Momentum Divergence Zones indicator to our chart. Open TradingView and choose the market you want to scalp. For fast trades, I recommend using a 1-minute or 5-minute chart. Click on the Indicators tab, type RSI Momentum Divergence Zones in the search bar, and select the version by Chart Prime. Once it's on your chart, you'll notice two main things. Below the main chart, there is an RSI oscillator, but it's not the standard RSI. It's a momentum-based, which means it reacts faster to price moves and helps you spot shifts in momentum earlier. On this oscillator, you'll also see small text labels like bull or bear showing where divergences have been confirmed. The real magic is on the main price chart. Here, small bull or bear icons mark the exact candle where divergence occurred, and horizontal colored zones extend from that point. These zones transfer divergence from an abstract idea into real price levels you can actually trade, which is perfect for scalping. Next, we adjust the setting for faster and cleaner signals. So, open its settings. For scalping, a short RSI length works best. I set mine to 8. Make sure automatic divergence detection and show divergence zones are turned on. Now you can customize the zone colors however you like. I use green for bullish zones and light purple for bearish zones, making it easy to spot potential buy or sell areas at a glance. To protect your chart from looking cluttered, there is a setting called Quantity of Divergence Zones. This lets you control how many zones appear at a time, like just the most recent 5 or 10. That way, your chart stays tidy and you can focus only on the levels that matter right now. I set mine to 10. Look at your chart now. See how the zones and icons make it clear where to trade. This setup makes your scalp entries safer, faster, and more precise. How to take buy trades, long setups. For scalping, timing is everything. First, look at your chart and find a green bullish zone. This is your potential buy area. Next, check for bullish divergence. You'll see this when the price makes lower lows but the RSI makes higher lows. This tells us that selling momentum is weakening and buyers might step in. Now don't rush in. Wait for a bullish price action pattern inside the green zone, like a hammer, bullish engulfing, or a strong green Marubozu candle. These patterns act as a confirmation that buyers are ready to take control. Once this confirmation candle closes, you can enter your long trade. Following this approach ensures that your scalp trade is aligned with both momentum and confirmed support, giving you a higher chance of successful quick trade. How to take sell trades, short setup. For a bearish setup, the process works the opposite way. First, find a bearish zone on your chart. This is your potential sell area. Then look for a bearish divergence. You'll see this when the price makes higher highs but the RSI makes lower highs. This tells us that buying momentum is weakening and sellers may take control. Next, wait for confirmation. Look for a bearish price action pattern inside the zone, such as a shooting star or bearish engulfing candle. Once the confirmation candle closes, you can enter your short trade. Following this method keeps your scalp trades precise and helps you avoid emotional entries, making your trading faster and more accurate. Real market examples. Buy setup. Alright traders, let's go through a real scalp example on a 1-minute Euro to USD chart. First, notice a green bullish zone forming at the RSI Momentum Divergence Zones indicator. Here we have a bullish text label, which means the RSI is making higher lows while the price makes lower lows. This is a clear bullish divergence showing that selling momentum is weakening. Next, we wait for a bullish engulfing candle to form inside the green zone. Once the candle closes, we enter a long trade. For risk management, place the stop loss just below the green zone, and for take profit, aim for a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. Now watch how the price reacts. It bounces perfectly off the green zone, momentum picks up, and our scalp trade reaches the take profit quickly. This example shows how combining zones, divergence, and confirmation candles make scalp trades precise and efficient. Sell setup. Now on the same chart, a purple bearish zone appears. Look at this bearish label here. It shows the RSI forming lower highs while the price is making higher highs. This is a clear bearish divergence, meaning buying momentum is fading and sellers are getting stronger. Next, we wait for a confirmation. Here, a bearish engulfing candle forms. Once this red candle closes, we enter a short trade and place the stop loss above the purple zone. For take profit, we aim for a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. As you can see, the price drops quickly and hits our target. Key tips for scalping with this indicator. When using this indicator, patience is key. Always wait for divergence to align with a zone and a clear confirmation candle before entering. Make sure the divergence matches the zones. This shows where momentum shifts have been confirmed. Adjust your RSI length for fast signals on 1 or 5-minute charts so the indicator reacts quickly. Use the zones for stop loss and take profit to manage risk logically and keep your chart clean, showing only the most relevant zones. Clear and disciplined entries are what make scalp trading precise and effective. Okay, that was today's lesson on using the RSI Momentum Divergence Zones indicator for scalping. Always combine divergence with confirmation candles to enter safely and use the zones for stop loss and take profit to manage your risk. Remember, every trader is comfortable with different strategies and each strategy works better in certain market conditions. That's why it's important to know multiple strategies so you can adapt to any situation. I highly recommend checking out my Scalping Strategies playlist to learn more. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.